Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, we are talking once again about My Hero Academia, specifically on how much of the manga is going to make it into Season 4, and then how much of Season 5 do we have to look forward to? Um, or what do we have to look forward to in Season 5? First off, let's start with Season 4. As of right now, episode 85, which just came out not too long ago, uh, basically concludes the Gentle Criminal arc. No more, he's never going to show up again as far as we are aware, except for briefly next episode with him basically being taken away to jail, and then later in the episode, or the next episode, not really certain exactly how they're going to do it, where they will basically be locking him up and questioning him on all of the that's been going on. I'll say right now that most likely this first episode is going to be this much. Basically concluding the festival arc, having everything go really smoothly, and starting with the song, maybe a little bit extra with this, maybe a few extra songs, don't know. Currently, I'm not going to say for sure. And then have a little bit with the other activities from the festival. Um, there's a lot that's going on during the festival, so it would not surprise me if they actually did have to have some of that. Next up is actually some really cool stuff about what's going to happen. Basically, there's going to be a lot of wrap-up happening, and basically the information about who are the top 10 heroes in total. This will actually conclude, most likely, this this first chapter, or the end of this book. Maybe stopping at when Endeavor goes off to fight Dabi, which might be broken into 2 episodes. I'm not exactly certain, but the most important thing is that the last episode is actually going to be having Endeavor talking with his kids. It's a very short amount of stuff that is happening in volume 21, about halfway through the volume. However, there's actually something a little bit interesting here. They actually organized the chapters in the manga, to be a little bit special. Believe it or not, the Endeavor talking to his kids and trying to reconnect with them actually goes directly into Midoriya's new chapter, basically getting to know the Vestiges for One for All, as he calls them. Basically, the other users. And this whole section is really intense, but it's also something that is really challenging to be certain exactly how they're going to have it in this first volume and what they're going to be doing in next season. The exact details are a bit iffy right now. Now, as for Season 5, I've talked about this before, and I will say it again. Season 5 is actually going to be pretty short in comparison to this last season. Not necessarily in episodes, but rather in the how much is actually in the manga. This season was actually quite a lot. Like I said, it will probably be ending in about halfway through volume 21, but it started in volume 14, about halfway through volume 14, which is actually kind of an average thing for them to do. About halfway through the volume, they'll cut off the season. The exact details are a bit different depending on which series you're talking about, but for right now, that's the important thing. This season of Season 5 will most likely be starting in October, like it did this year. At this point, Volume 25, I believe, will be releasing over here in the States, with Volume 26 releasing in January, I believe. The exact dates are not confirmed for Volume 26 yet, so that's why I'm just kind of just being a bit cautious there. It's basically just using what we know about the volumes already to guesstimate when things are going to be releasing. Now, the fact of the matter is that if they are going to do this, most likely where they're going to want to end this season is actually in Volume 25, which does appear to conclude the villain arc. The exact details are a bit unclear, but I'm honestly willing to say that it will be the conclusion of the villain arc, considering the fact that Volume 24, which is not out yet, is very much about the villain arc, and Volume 25, right? Yeah, Volume 25 still has that same basic picture of the continuation of the arc. And that's actually something that's really important because, as you will notice when you're looking at the covers, most of the time they'll have something that is currently happening. Not necessarily something where it stopped last season, so here, or last chapter, or it hasn't yet begun, so here's your cover that's going to surprise you. Not really, unless it's something else, but that's beside the point. And pretty much that's it. Most likely there will be some cool things happening, but the exact details, like I said, are not really concrete. Like I said, most of this next season is gonna no matter what, it will start with either concluding the arc that kind of begun with Endeavor, which is a possibility, but I kind of want to ignore that, and then go into the actual training with the other class arc, which is really short, and then the season will conclude with the villain arc. They like to do 2 arcs a season, so doing this actually makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately, we can't say for sure because we don't know. But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think is going to happen down in the comments below. If you have any theories or other comments, absolutely make sure to leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell, and we will be back tomorrow with some more My Hero Academia stuff. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I'll see you guys next time. But on!